because it sucked, and we were all chaining each other. You should be able to hear everybody as of right now.
Cheers,
Whatever.
Julianne.
But I've been fixing
Cheers.
it.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations to Julianne, Dr. Designatus.
Dr. Designatus, my Marvel villain superhero name, or superhero villain, whatever.
It's a really
I'm very ambiguous.
It's a very good villain name.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you, Jarrell.
Alright, and we'll go back to here.
Oh, that was weird.
So much fun.
What even just happened? Holy
Right.
crap! What is
So
happening?
here we go.
I can't hear the game sound. Let's see if that's in my headphones. Nope. Nothing's in my headphones.
Karen and Julianne, can you hear it right now?
I can hear. Nope, I can't hear it at all.
Alright, let me fix that.
But I can see it. I can't see it on Skype.
The computer just
either.
spazzed out and tried to put Twitch on
Alright, y'all have it now on Skype.
Yes, I hear it and I see it. Thank
Yay, okay.
Ah.
you. Oh.
Raise your hand if you love this game.
Yes, so
Oh, I've never played it.
this
Me
game
neither.
is the first video game I played where I felt like invited to think about the connections between gaming and music. It has like it's a huge deal for
Oh
me.
wow.
This
I
is
mean,
your
that intro,
Faxinadu?
great.
This is
Yeah.
Ryan's Faxinadu.
It is, yes.
This is one of the early. I mean, this was far from my first game, but I really connected with it.
We have a couple of Easter eggs to get to before we load up both versions here.
Speaking of eggs, since that's
Right,
the
right,
thing,
yes.
right there.
First of all,
But
listen to
Final
this
Fantasy.
amazing, amazing remix if you punch in the right name here. There's a couple of these bonus things.
Zelda. Oh my god. What is this like? Samba mix.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. It is totally a samba. The best samba.
Or something. I'm really bad with different dances, so someone can correct me. But Latin dance.
I cannot really hear you very well over top the music, I'm afraid.
True.
It's very
Focusing.
active.
It's quick. I can hear y'all though.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody like zombie on me yet. Alright, and if you put in this name as well, Marin instead of Zelda.
Oh, yep.
More samba, right?
Nice.
This
Yeah.
this is
Mario.
the office lounge music
For sure it is.
from.
I
Straight
was
Up-
just gonna say something
Yeah, I
about like a
love
waiting
the
room.
Zelda.
This is like
Yeah.
the Legend of Zelda Maker music, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a
Oh my
very-
gosh.
like a
What
Wii
if there was one?
Wii music, not Wii music, but like Wii menu. Wii menu.
Alright, and one more. But I have to look it up exactly.
Yes, the Mario Kart 8 OST team. Since all of that music was very dance-like, sort of like SNL-ish, big band, awesomeness. But this is like Wii menu.
It is, yeah.
And what is it with Nintendo and Sambas in particular? Like,
One bonus one.
We know Koji Kondo liked his Latin dance, like Portuguese fusion, jazz fusion. What is this?
This is a long-time hidden Easter egg song from the original composer for Link's Awakening. The Totaka song. That's right, Jarrell.
Which is right. It's not. Koji.
oh my gosh! That's in Mario Paint.
Yes, it is. It's in Mario Paint. It's in Link's
That's
Awakening.
what that is. Oh,
It's in a
what
number
is
of
this?
games.
It's what happens when you blow up everything, and it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
the Mario Paint. Oh, we should play Mario Paint. I don't know.
I played Mario
On one of
Paint.
the
in my-
shenanigan games.
I covered Dana's chapter on Tuesday in my class for Mario Paint.
Oh, nice.
to talk about like fan-made stuff, right? It was really fun. All right. Anyway, new game.
I'm shocked anyone reads my stuff.
When we want to jump back,
this week to tell me
by
you're
the way,
signing, haven't signed a
friends,
thing.
when we want to jump back to this version of the game, give me a shout out and we will.
Woo.
Okay?
Pretty much all the time.
Wow, this is so cool.
This is exciting.
Look, it's your uncle, right?
That's right. Here, we'll
Mario,
do
your
this
uncle.
sequence here.
Yeah.
Oh, we skip that opening like sequence is one of my favorite songs in the whole game, though.
We'll do it next week, too.
Okay.
They're using the motif of the main theme. Oops, shit. I wish it perfect pitch.
Speaking of which, Julianne swore in front of my students today, which I thought was very funny.
Awesome.
And then I asked if that was okay. Like that was like college students can't handle that stuff, but still, it was poignant. We were talking about affect and emotion.
Right? All right.
Shoot.
Let's
I
let
was
this
not paying
piece
attention.
play for just a minute, because it only plays at the beginning, right? Like, once you get your sword, this piece goes away.
Love all of it.
Wow.
This is a really good example of the Game Boy making great use of counterpoint, because that's all it's got.
It's
And
true.
you know,
Different
those
registers.
highs are like almost painfully high, but you need them to sort of stand out from the other voices.
Yeah. Emberling, it almost certainly is. We're going to be talking about that.
Nah.
Alright, let's switch over. Do that moment here. Oh wait, new controllers. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Huh. Those are
He's
some
so cute.
mouth noises.
He's like, ah!
A lot of the reviews said everything looks like a piece of candy.
It's just super cute.
This string underpinning there isn't present in the original Game Boy game, and I love it. Like we're waking up from a dream. Which, for those of you who have played the game, has meaning, right?
Yeah. This is just the main theme of the game in a sequence. I mean, the main motif.
Yeah.
I've been teaching so many sequences lately. I have so many kids that are like rock quality at the moment.
Basically,
I
the
have
same
so much
melodic material repeated in with different harmonies. That's all sequences. Like
Right.
Circle of Fifths, that's a sequence.
So-
or like Circle of Thirds, that's a sequence.
First of all, this piece orchestrated is gorgeous.
Talk about the string quartetness of it.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah, Dana, you're gonna have a lot of material.
This was the moment where I was like, yep, this is good.
So, Dana, you played the remake?
Uh,
Or started playing?
not all the way through.
Okay. I want to point out that
Looks so pretty.
the Game Boy original had to load grid screens like Zelda 1. This game is perfectly smooth. There's no
You
loading
know
anything.
how it blurs like the edge though? I think that's really elegant.
Yes, me too. I love that it blurs the background. And that actually takes a lot of horsepower for the Switch, which is why it lags every once in a while. Alright, we're gonna cut back over.
Oh, but you cut it with the bassoon moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
hard-
I hear
hard to
clarinet in
understand.
this. Whatever. You can use other instruments besides the clarinet, I guess.
We'll hear it again in a
That
minute.
those triangle waves, they want clarinet. That's what I'm saying.
This is definitely like top 3 like world map moments for me. Top 5 at least, if not top 3.
I think this is in the running for the best organized map in a video game of all time. There's no wasted space. Everything is used. Anyway.
I meant just theme, but yeah. It's also organized well.
We'll have 2 pieces here.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot. Yes.
He sounds like he's hooting.
He does sound like he's hooting. It's a really good chiptune owl sound.
It's a good choice.
It is.
Why don't we reuse that fanfare in like so many other Zeldas?
Right? It's so good. And you only
Why
hear
does that
it one
show up in
time
Breath
ever.
of the
Right there.
Wild?
It's done. It will not come back.
Really?
That would be so
Okay.
good in Breath of the Wild.
This intro as well.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Just feels good.
That like flat 6, flat 7, 1 fanfare. I think who calls it? They call it the video game fanfare. Who was that like coined that? Because it's in Mario, it's in Zelda, it's in other games. But
Final
Mario and
Fantasy's
Zelda are
victory
all-
music is flat 6, flat 7, 8.
Final. Wrote about that. And I forgot.
So, for Julianne, who has probably not heard this version of the theme before, the B section of our main Zelda theme is different now.
And it's better.
It is better, yeah.
It's just who's composing. So is it Tataka? Like, is it Kondo with other people?
It's not Kondo on this.
I can't wait till we get to the loop of the theme again.
We're gonna wait for it one time, and then we're gonna cut back to the Switch version and do this again. And then we might pick and do more of the Switch version and just jump ahead to the Game Boy version as needed, if that makes sense. We don't need to mirror the entire time.
That ending is so good.
Yes, it's amazing. Everything about this is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That minor flourish is so good.
I really dig the ba-da-da-da-da-da-da
Yeah.
at the end. Oh, I love this theme. I love this version of this. It's like, I am safe, I'm home.
Right? Alright, we're gonna go back to the Switch version for a minute and mute this for a while.
I was right there. Cute little chamber orchestra. Where are my clarinets at?
The little footprints you make too.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful job.
I know Dana doesn't normally like remasters and remixes, but this is miraculously good for what it is, I think, in the music.
I like it, so that's saying something. Oh, here we go.
Alright, fanfare. Oh, owl first. They add a drone here that's borrowed from Zelda 64's owl.
Just kind of like music boxy timbre.
Yeah.
An interesting choice of instrumentation.
I think for that specific melody, they wanted to replicate the chiptune sound as close as possible.
But with the like weird brass.
Yeah, the
As far
brass
as I
from the
can hear, it's hard
64
to-
version is weird for this. It took a
Yeah.
while for me to, like, adjust to it.
Huh.
Yeah, where's that item get sound in every subsequent Zelda game, please? That's so good.
It is so good.
I have done well, right? Like, alright. Yeah.
There's my clarinets. I'm really. There's no percussion, right? I can't totally in this main theme,
No percussion.
which is unusual.
It's just a chamber orchestra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gives out even a timpani.
We
Or
have
like a little-
such articulate playing in the strings that it gives you a lot of the energy that you might get from light percussion.
And I think something because I think the aesthetic of this looks kind of like a miniature. Like it's sort of like a tabletop, but like with like little.
Like a little playset.
And I think
Figure
there's
eight.
Sure.
something about having a small, like the small orchestra without the sense of like grandiosity. Like there's also like no big reverb. It sounds small, intimate. I think that really builds into the aesthetic in a way that I wouldn't have predicted. Like I think it's really.
Yeah. This is all a music box.
Yeah.
While we listen, I'm gonna go run an errand and get something quick.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought you like literally were gonna like go to
Aroused,
the
Vicky. Agree. Strings are. It's the string articulation. It's the articulation I'm trying to get my kids to play with. Too. Constantly. Whenever you vibrato and actually raise the vibrato. What? I've put on a no vibrato kick lately. I've been trying to get them to. A lot of them have like a really broad vibrato, and I'm like, we need to fix that. We have to learn other ways of having aspects.
Yes, clarinet. Thank you.
There you go, you got your clarinet.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it's such like a wistful, like, aw.
I'm like, I know. Speaking of no vibrato.
I'm purposely waiting to progress because we're waiting for it to loop, by the way.
Oh, that's so cute.
I like that it gives us the melody on a third instrument. It could have just looped there, and we would have been, okay,
Yeah.
fine, whatever.
They're
Yeah,
like,
but that's
don't have
like
this.
you don't, but like that's the way that like interlude music in film works. Like the little I don't know, the places with no dialogue where you're just waiting for the narrative to advance and then they have the little repeated themes. I like it.
Yeah. And now it loops with the music box. In a minute, it'll recycle around.
So in the original, it just loops with the same sounds?
Correct.
Or
We can go back, of course.
without changing instruments or timbres?
Right. All it's got is this.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's been really fleshed out for the Switch edition of the game.
That's really good. They really took something quite
Just two
simple
voices, right?
and made it still sound simple, like simple and pastoral and
Mhm.
cute, but varying the instruments, varying those timbres, and giving a lot of texture to it without making it sound over. A lot of these remakes, like, they're like, here's a full orchestra, rawr, and then you're like, it loses something. But
Yeah.
I think in this case, okay, that voice acting is also fun.
That falling sound sounds a lot like turning in a dissertation.
Oh, yes.
Did you get a piece of heart at the end?
No, they took it
I
from
got
her. That's
cold.
what dissertation's for.
Oh.
I'm recovering still.
I don't know. I feel strongly, Julian, that like all of us, when we turn in our dissertations, we like our heart grows 3 sizes that day.
Yeah. It's true though.
So, for the first couple stages, I'm gonna breeze by this owl dialogue, because he's like, there's a key here, find it, then go to the dungeon.
If you already know what to do, then you don't really.
It becomes more interesting later, and when that happens, I will quit glossing the text. But he's like, find the key, which is not an awesome thing to say to me, because I know where it's at.
Like, I'll show you, owl. I already know this.
I will say my favorite way to skip this little mini dungeon does not exist in the Switch version of the game. Normally I don't do any of this. Unless I'm
So,
streaming,
I'm
because Dana doesn't like it when I jump around like a maniac.
It's true.
Link to the past. Rest in peace.
My, I don't know, patience.
So I'm guessing the sound effects there's not just obviously better and high fidelity, but there's more, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll talk about
The
that shortly.
original.
I'll jump back to the Game Boy version after I get that mushroom. Hold on.
Get it.
Come on, loser. There we go.
They get it. Aside.
We need to actually listen to this cave theme for a while.
I like that.
And we're going to listen to the Game Boy version first, come back to this, then I'll talk about it. But Game Boy first. And let me load this one here and go to a relevant place quickly. Right, now I'm in the same woods I was just in. So you can get the comparison there too.
I mean, it's still just the theme, but it's so good. That like, plucky little bass line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really using this main theme and doing so much with it, and it's sad that this is not something, a lot of this music doesn't happen again, or this style.
Right. But now listen to this. Da 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 dum ba dum. This music is the main motive for Link's Awakening. There's an outrageously good essay on this subject that I'm going to link in chat.
Neat.
So keep this cave.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh,
Keep this cave motive in our minds. I'm going to sit right here for a while on purpose on the Game Boy side. Let's jump back to the Switch, please.
You notice how the doubled note is like its own echo?
oh yeah, Jason used stuff is like note.
It's like the notes echoing.
That's
how
I like how it's a very Zelda dungeon theme. Like, again, I'm coming at all of this first time. I haven't played the original or the remake.
Right.
And it really strikes me as very Zelda in terms of, it strikes me as Link to the Past-esque.
Oh, this is long. I can't read this right
No,
now.
you will not be able to read it and watch the stream at the same time. That's homework.
Yeah,
for later.
definitely not.
Oh yeah, no, it's a
So-
it's a real essay.
You should have sent it to me in advance.
It's a real.
I will tweet at him. Real people.
Dun 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 dun.
people
I want you guys to
Making you a
hear
sign.
on the Switch version, the difference between the moving part and the bump bump is obscured in this remix. That's important for the Switch
yeah.
game moving forward. It sounds more analogous because they fill the space with reverb. That's not necessarily a bad decision, but it's going to change how we understand things moving forward. Alright, enough of this.
Not much more than echo.
Yeah.
That's always how I read it as a kid. I sort of read it like,
No, I forgot one. Hold on. Alright, who's the best? I am. That's right.
that sounds like it's deeper.
It does. It sounds like a larger space.
A little
Yeah.
extra resonance will give you.
I think I like the 8-bit better.
For the cave specifically, you mean.
Sorry, the cave.
Yeah.
Now we're
I mean, this one is definitely like very evocative of cave, but I really like how they used the space they had on the chip.
Yeah.
Just to give me a sense of echo and, you know,
yeah.
open space and because it's spark, cavernous. I like this so creepy. I like that there's birdsong in it too. Living MSN would be so creepy.
Alright, this way to where I need to go.
Yeah, Shadowy Scout, I think. Man, It's a really easy one to just come back
Thank you.
like to the past. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna play like again.
Yeah.
Because it's not a particularly long game, especially if you know what you do.
No, it's not. It is shorter than Link to the Past by about 4 dungeons.
Yeah. Magic powder.
Yay. Alright.
That little just yeah. Cute.
I like that drink service there, Julianne.
I'm like reading about like Jason's essay and trying to pay attention. Just got my robot going with my tea, whatever.
What are you drinking?
I put some whiskey in my warm apple cider.
Nice. Nice choice.
That's
Are we
good.
all
With the
whiskeying right now? Is it like just because it's autumn? We're like,
Yeah.
that's what I got my Manhattan going on.
nice. Very nice.
Alright, so this raccoon prevents you from going this way unless you magic powder him.
Oh, the animation is so good here.
Cute.
Look, it's the dad who gave you the shield.
Oh.
And not Mario.
Totally not Mario. Just like Mario is totally not Princess Zelda.
Awkward wink.
Princess.
Alright, good job. Let's go collect our key.
Tail key. It looks like it has googly eyes on it.
It does. Hey, now we get our helpful owl again. We're gonna skip his dialogue. We have to go to the tail cave with the tail key.
Owls never help anything.
Get out of here, owl. Okay.
Get out of here. Is it Kapora Gabora or is it just like owl in this game?
It's just owl, though he has an identity we will find out later.
Oh, is it the King of Hyrule or I don't know.
Oh, wait, we get a bonus track since I found the piece of power.
I can't stand the saves. It's so annoying.
Is this like an immune are you
I am faster,
Invincible?
and I am 25%
So
faster and double damage right now.
I don't know where I'm doing on scanner.
And it also eats all of the music, which kind of sucks.
What am I doing? I don't know what music is in it.
Game.
I mean, I really like this.
Alright.
I
I hate
the
this
combination
version.
of the wind.
Hate
Oh,
this
you
version
hate it?
of the
Okay,
trendy
never
game.
mind. Bye.
Fuck this. You have to do it, but like, fuck this.
Oh,
Okay.
the game. I thought you meant the music. I was like, I really like this. It's so nice. And you're like, I hate this. Never heard of the first track in my life. We can't be friends.
No, because it's like a real crane now. Watch this with physics. That Yoshi doll.
Feels very Super Mario RPG.
Oh, look at that. First try. Suck it, Jarrell. We're gonna go again. Alright. No, I did not just drop an F-bomb. Whoever my students are watching. I will, but I didn't yet.
Yeah, I don't think even I did. I'm usually the one to do it.
I did in
After
chat.
Whiskey sour accompanied by whiskey or whatever. Oh yeah,
I'm
maybe.
on a roll, by the way. That's 2 tries in this ridiculous game. 2 wins. We're gonna try for that purple rupee as well.
Why not?
Because we need a lot of money. It's worth 10 to try for 50.
What is that background percussive, like muted percussive / string? What is going on?
Oh, they're like bump, 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 bump. What?
Like xylophone, but a little bit more resonant, but not marimba. Like what is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a question
Hard to tell.
for Doug.
Yeah. Where's Doug?
I Whenever
Don't
Doug plays
yell his name, maybe we'll summon him.
better stream.
Look at this. I got all the goods first try on stream. It's on video now. This is good forever.
Well done.
Wow, yeah, no, you should get tenure.
Yeah, I think automatic tenure for that.
Yeah,
Automatic
for sure.
tenure.
Julianne, it kind of sounds a little
All right.
bit like pitched wood blocks.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah, it's like
So
it's one of those.
they
like,
give you a
game
hint
features.
here in the new game.
Sure.
In the original, they do not. You just have to figure out that the baby in town wants the Yoshi doll. So we're gonna begin what was the
Baby in town.
first long trading sequence in the Zelda franchise comes to us from this game. Which means if you hate those, you have this game to blame. Yes, you can have the Yoshi doll. We have gotten the ribbon. Unlike a lot of Zelda games, though, this sequence is required. You have to figure this out.
Oh.
Which low-key makes it the worst trading sequence.
particular. So the perspective, the visual perspective is really interesting, especially when Link gets an item and looks directly at you, and the camera is slightly like right here, so you're even more over top of the situation, very slightly.
Right.
And
it's
it's like-
closer to the original. This is more of a 3/4 view, and the original is like true top-down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jarell is correct. Becoming a thief in the remake is a very bad choice. We will not be doing it. Alright, so now we have dog food. Before we go to level 1, we're going to make a slight detour to deliver the dog food. This goes down here. Alright, dog food goes to this alligator, of course. Look how excited he is.
What was that noise?
That was a great sound. I love that.
I love how excited he is about canned food.
Yeah, it's like whenever dinner's ready.
I also like that he just eats the can straight up.
Oh, yeah. This is very cool.
Oh, incoming. Hi.
Alright, now we have bananas. And we are all set to progress with the plot. Let's do it.
It's full of juicy beef, you know.
Oh, Molly heard canned food and she came to me.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Jarell, I've not done all the Chamber Stone stuff yet on my completed file. Is it worth it? No.
There's enough melody, but it's so good.
Yeah, this theme arrangement is, like, fantastic good. I can't say enough good stuff about this.
Yeah, it's really good.
The first thing I thought was, this sounds like the type of thing that we aspire to do it, like we've done Chamber Stone.
For sure.
This is kind of the sound we go for.
Alright, we're gonna cut back to the Game Boy Color version, where we just were for one moment.
Rupee Goldmine.
Want to hear this theme again?
I like this one.
It reminds me of something, and I'm really having a hard time putting my brain on it.
Alright, back to our game.
It
In we go.
reminds me of
Listen
other
to
NES.
this.
It reminds me of Shadowgate a little bit too, if you ever played that, or other like creepy adventure NES games.
This theme is the orchestrated version of the cave theme.
Yeah.
Bum bum.
It like totally changes the way I like conceptualize musical space and timbre and
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
by putting those different parts in totally different instruments than I would have imagined. Also, it's slower.
It is.
and is creepier. Like it makes it feel more like a puzzle than like a creepy cave. Like it feels more like a puzzle game than an adventure game or whatever.
I really like the reverb, but it's not the deep reverb like we were talking about.
Which is, I mean, the heart of Zelda is that we combine those elements. So, like, there's always been the puzzly moments, right?
We are going to run ourselves over to Dungeon 1
action
and see what it sounds like on the original now. Then compare them directly.
I have all this, like, things is too fluffy. It's everywhere.
What is G? Everything's in G. Not everything, but lots of stuff.
I think that's partially just so, like, it transitions well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
And a lot more modern games, this is not a more modern game, but will, in order to be as transitional as like adaptive as possible, will all be kind of in the same key.
Right.
Like,
older games usually have more variety of keys.
Actually, yeah, because older games tend to.
So
be more
here's
like,
our slower
new
take.
key. Ah. Okay, now it makes sense. So this is like the same tempo.
It's very slow. On the key front, I think, and I've never really fleshed it out,
G.
so this is just
Oh my god, what am I doing?
half-baked, unbaked dough of an idea, but it's sort of, to me, is about, like, the key ends up being about hitting a particular timbre, no matter what, what instruments you're using on the chip.
Yeah.
Setting things in a different key can really drastically change the sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, like, the very old ideas about, like, keys being really differentiated and having different moods attached to them. All those charts that you would go over that would be like, D is militaristic and sounds like...
Oh wait, hey, we have the B section now?
Right.
Listen to this B section here as well.
Characteristics.
The melody note is in a tritone with the bass note, instead of having the tritone land at the end. And then it all repeats. Now back to the Switch version.
Yeah, so it's like not anything as like laid out as like a doctrine of the affections kind of thing, but sort of that idea that we're the composer kind of feeling around, but going, okay, I like this here. As a result, when I've transcribed a lot of early game music, it's in bad keys. I mean, when we did the Castlevania stuff with my high schoolers, a lot of it was in like 5/6 flats. And they're like, this is not comfy, I don't like G flat.
Right.
I am. So.
Does anyone like G flat?
No.
F sharp minor?
Also
But
no.
not G flat.
F minor is my favorite key.
F sharp minor's okay.
About as many flats as I'm happy with.
I like F major is so good on the clarinet. Sorry, I'm not F major. E flat major. I did not transpose. E flat major is so good on the clarinet, but I don't care
listen,
for
listen,
it
we have that
yeah,
vibrating
like,
B section right now.
I hate free flat.
It's much subtler. It's harder to hear now.
Oh yeah, it's way different.
It's not as much of a contrast. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
To answer Emberling, yes, there are a couple different versions over time and in what country that have like very different schemes that show that like the same keys don't necessarily evoke the same things to everybody.
Yeah.
That also
true.
had to do with like tuning practices not being, super standardized and like temperament being different, and I don't know. I thought
back then. People weren't like, you're wrong about the keys.
There is something to it, though. There's even a Billy Collins poem where I remember he talks about learning how to play scales on the piano as a beginner, and he describes the shape of them in his hand really elegantly. He talks about D major feeling like a vase that has a single curve in it, or like it was so good. I don't probably have it. Let's look at my poetry. Let's see.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, because I bet I can find that exact poem in here. Sailing up and around the room. Let's see.
Alright, I'm gonna finish this dungeon while you do that.
I love that little wind version of it. Does the fanfare, is it different depending on what items you get? Like perhaps instrumentally? Like brass when it's a bigger item or a better item, whatever.
Yeah.
But
keys do not always get the full fanfare.
Okay.
It's an interesting one, but I also think that we don't encourage as much abstract thought anymore as we used to. Like, I find that I have to be very concrete with all of my students. And a lot of them really struggle with even asking them, like, hey, like, what does this evoke for you? You know, if I play an instrumental piece. I used to be able to get people saying, this reminds me of laying in a field and looking up at the clouds. Like, I can't even get that level of detail from a lot of kids anymore.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
Alright, so
It's
here's
the
the item.
fun.
Here's the item that
Knowledge.
differentiates
Okay.
Link's Awakening from everything else in the Zelda franchise. I can jump now on command, which lets me do, and we need to talk about this piece of music, these 2D platform sessions.
Good. Dun, 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 dun. And the Goomba. And how everyone went, oh my gosh, the first time they played this.
Goombas, right?
Yeah.
B.
I like how the percussion here hints ever so slightly at like Mario 1-2.
Like the underground Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digga, 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 right?
Yeah,
Just
not the
a hint of
percussion,
that.
but like that melody. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So clever. Hard not just stop to read all of them as I'm looking for this one. I could do this quickly on Google, but there's something about holding the book and the smell of the book, right?
Yes, agreed entirely.
Books. Like, one of my new pieces of furniture today is yet another bookshelf, and I'm so happy. Because I get to put books on it, and I'm like, oh,
Just putting books. Book pudding is my favorite hobby.
book pudding. Yes, I also like the pudding of
Dude.
book.
I like book reading the best.
I don't read. I just read reviews and hope
Yeah.
that, and then if I think it's relevant to my research, I'll find something to cite. No, I didn't say that. Good thing none of my like committee reads my CV where I link this exact stream, so they're probably not watching. Actually, they might be. Anyway, I'm really interested. Oh my God, Lenny, why are you on?
Lenny!
Yay, Lenny! Hi, Lenny.
Missed you!
Lenny hasn't been on for like 2 years, so or a year.
That's funny.
He actually played Link's Awakening, and I did not. I was like missing out on that time.
Also, shout outs to having to remember your stupid internet passwords.
That's. I don't think it's.
Hold on a second, I lost you during the explosion, Julianne.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, go now.
What? Where? That's really, really cool.
I found the relevant passage.
Jarrell, we should never talk about my password habits. We should just
That's interesting. I'm fascinated by
people.
this cat right now about. I don't have synesthesia, but I do have this. I think I've told you about this, but when I hear particularly frustrating, strange, one of these spots. I love them. Anyway, strings that are really like percussive, like we were talking about before. I salivate. And that's kind of like, it's not for the speech, but it's a weird, like it's beef. It's beef. It's what's for dinner. I think it's from that commercial from back in the day that used Aaron
Can we
Copland's.
talk about this piece of music for a minute? Because it's
Okay.
awesome.
We have a lot of things we want to talk about simultaneously. Hi, Doug.
What's up, Doug?
The boss looks like cheeseburgers.
You are not meant to hear this piece of music a long time, and I love that you're just floating through it. And we get a real hint of the chiptune sound as well. It's like they didn't bother to like remaster all of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. I believe that choice, not laziness, because I think that's pretty neat.
Doug, the people on the stream are 4 seconds ahead of the stream, but we're not far. Alright. And this is the end of Dungeon 1 right now. We just started tonight.
Be worse summer.
By the way, this is a fanfare. And look, it plays what it does for you, too.
That is music. Was that a fake violin?
I don't know.
Synthy violin, yeah.
It sounded like a synth.
But it
Or
could
is
be violin
everything synthesized?
like
I'm not
stuff added, you know, like it could just
Yeah.
be processed.
with like
Or
process.
electric. It could be an electric. I didn't listen that close. I should have.
It's hard from our vantage, or
Yeah,
your
yeah.
vantage. Audit vantage.
Yeah, Doug, you've got to be ahead of us, because we just started tonight.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say viola, but like, let's be real. Violas don't exist really. They're just sort of like weird filler. I'm just kidding.
In
I
theaters, they're often just, yeah,
Right.
they're the stamp that's like. And it doesn't
wanna be
Alright, I'm going to be real honest with everybody. I thought, when they announced the remaster of this, my first thought was, they're going to mess up my favorite game, and I was so mad.
Yeah.
And it's great, actually.
The viola is an obese violin. Are you fat shaming?
Well, y'all will really get to enjoy my wedding string quartet as 3 violas and a cello, so suck it.
That's solid. It's because that quartet's violinist is getting married.
I like
She can't play.
I do. I just like to also participate in tropes.
By the way, this piece of power makes me a lot stronger, but I hate that track, so I'm never going to collect one of those again.
Yay! Say. All right, everyone, make way.
Alright, Doug, what do you got?
Doug is ready. Doug is ready.
Oh, I need to go the other way, though. Hold on.
Doug, why don't you just come on stream? We can
Yeah,
like
right?
have like
Yeah,
20
here, we'll pop you in, Doug.
people according to Ryan.
Oh,
It's
now it's back.
Let me get you in, Doug. Hold on.
Or
he's like, don't
Wait,
call
really?
me, don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't have clothes on.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have pants. It's like, just sit down
I
then.
don't have pants either. It's fine.
None of us, in fact, have pants. We're
None of us have
just,
pants. It's a
you know.
rule for this stream. Like, hello.
Yeah, we
I have
hate
leggings
pants.
on.
Okay, stop being real.
Also, I don't think my webcam's picking up, but I got new like glitter eyeshadow. I don't know if it even will pop
can't
up, but
really
it looks
see it
like
from here,
so
but
good.
I
Nice.
can't tell from here, but you will have to.
It's Stila and it's really good. Or Styla, I don't know how you say it.
I say Stila.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, Doug, I'm calling you.
Of course, he can only stay for a hot sec. He's probably jetting off to Germany for some amazing fellowship or something.
Oh, wait, real talk at Indiecade? I did speak with somebody, because Gerard Marino was there. And
Talk to a person?
and my students didn't realize that, he was a huge big shot deal. He scored, the God of War games, plural. And he was like, yeah, this is my only day at Indiecade. I gotta fly to Sweden on Monday to conduct my works.
God.
works.
Of course. Oh my gosh, it's a Doug.
It's a good.
Okay, hi.
What's up, Doug?
So wild, Doug. Why are you all perfectly
Why
situated?
Doug appears.
Hi, Doug.
Well, hold on. Oh, now I'm getting everything double. Hold on. I
You
gotta turn
look
the
like
stream
you
on.
probably have pants on. I'm just saying.
I have pajama pants on.
Perfect.
So So I literally just got back from a concert. Julianne's not that far off, and I've got a good portion of Disco Caxor because we've got a concert this weekend.
Oh,
But
solid.
I can certainly spare a moment to talk about this track, which is one of my favorite tracks in the game.
Yeah, what do you got?
Harvest. So, in general, I love everything that they did in terms of remastering and rearranging music in this game. I am slightly critical of this track because they actually made it a little faster and a little more on edge, and I always wanted this piece to just be the dirtiest, dankest, nastiest thing on the soundtrack. And it's not. It's actually cute, which is, I guess, in line and aesthetically in line. But like with bassoons, you have the opportunity to, like, instead of having it be on its toes and it could be
Good, you could
like
that. You could dig in. You could get like some berry sax in there.
Should we hop back to the Game Boy version to hear it?
Yeah, look at that's what's in the Game Boy version.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, give me one hot second. I gotta kill these moblins, and we'll do it.
But
Okay.
Doug can only stay for a hot second, so
Quiet
we gotta
silence,
just go
everybody.
fast. Hotter second.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I
yeah.
love it.
It's so much funkier, right? It's not tiptoeing.
I like that Doug's bopping head is just in the
This
middle of
could
that
be
screen right
so
now.
dang. You're so right. Now I'm like imagining it the way that you're thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that could be so cool.
Save us OC remix.
I think what
Do it.
they did with it in Link's Awakening was try to make it more anxious, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
in terms of the tempo and in terms of the articulation of the instruments that they chose. But I think a lot of the anxiety just comes from that trilling sine tone. You get that fourth up there, you know. Well, it extends from like a minor second to a fourth, I think, eventually. Which I think is like super anxious just by itself, you know. I think you could have like used that, like kept that as your focus of anxiety and just let it be kind of dank and nasty, you know. But I don't know. That's just me.
It's got that bass line.
Yeah.
That's like kind of not jazzy, but the kind of syncopation that it's got. It gives a little bit of that dank that you want to have kind of appreciated timbrely, but you don't really get that in the new version.
Yeah.
Right.
That being said, I still enjoy what they did with it in the new version. Like, I think it sounds great. And in general, I think everything in the soundtrack sounds great.
I agree.
It's just I'm just being picky and I'm being selfish here. That's they interpret it in one direction, and I appreciate that direction. I think they realized that direction well. I just wanted to go in the other direction. That's all.
I feel it.
That was very generous of you. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks Ryan for linking the relevant stuff over here.
Yeah, but did they do the right, like, dirty version of this theme?
In the chip or the original version, the chiptune
No,
version?
in these OC remix version.
Oh,
Correct.
in OC remix. Oh, I see. In these links over here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I haven't heard.
Highbrow stuff.
Eyebrow.
Like,
what does that mean?
It means like academic jazz, like somebody
academic
was
jazz.
somebody who like likes to think about jazz. Did a lot of the arrangements on the soundtrack. He really knows what he's doing, but you have to be into jazz to like get it. In the same way that like you can't hear 12-tone music and either you get it, you know how to process it, or you absolutely do not, right? And that's not a knock against that music.
And I just still hate it. So there's that. I mean, what?
Right, it's not a knock against that music, but it requires information, if that makes sense.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, it requires knowledge.
Right.
I didn't realize OCR did Link's Awakening twice.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Where have I been? Oh my god.
I know, right, Doug? It's like,
Totally out of the loop with like people that remix and arrange music.
I love Ben Briggs' arrangement of Telltale Heights. I do love that one. I do know that one. That one's so good.
So we have this high schooler who's starting to really get into for it, and he is writing a piece for like the winter concert, and he had me listen to it, and there is this really awesome chord change at one point, and I was like, yes! Like the second it happened, he was like, you liked that? I was like, it's great. Played it for the orchestra director. second that one. I don't like.
I love
it.
this music. This arrangement is awesome. It's like faux important dungeon.
Oh
That,
yeah.
like-
A whining brass instrument.
That party,
Yeah.
like these what are these enemies called?
These are
I
moblins.
mean, they're like mini. Oh yeah, moblins. Yeah. So they're pig-like, and this is kind of like a kind of a grotesque, brassy,
Yeah.
not a heroic brassy that we might be used to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's.
I really love what they did. You guys haven't gotten to Animal Village yet, but I love the sound choices that they used for Animal Village in particular. I think they did exactly what they needed to do with that.
For sure.
Being up on Death Mountain with wild camper.
Because I'm gonna die.
Another
Also,
thing that
like the articulations are ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
it's a ridiculous track. Like no, you never would sound that way. This doesn't sound real. And the way that I think like the string quartet of like the main whatever area sounds real. This just sounds silly. This sounds cartoonish, you know.
Yeah, it does. It's meant to be comical, right?
yeah.
It's hard to
wow.
tell sometimes from our perspective, but yeah.
Hold on.
Get that dog. Get that chomp.
Okay.
Yay!
Why
That's
would
much
you
more.
kidnap somebody's pet chain chomp? I'm just saying, like, that's a poor life choice.
Yeah.
Aren't they defined by the chains though? They're called a chain chomp. Are they ever just a chomp? Like, actually,
Is
I
corn?
don't know.
Is it corn
Ontological
off the
and
cup versus
physical.
corn on the cup?
Yeah, I don't know if they ever exist without the chomp. Or without the chain.
What
Chain
is
is
that Mitch Hedberg joke where he talks about if you chopped off his arm and then put it back on, it wouldn't be Mitch altogether, but somehow it's corn on the cob.
Right?
right.
Can't remember,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I said my thing about Mysterious Force. I got a jet.
Okay.
Yoshi
This is
story.
the hot second is up.
thanks
Sounds
for
good.
joining us.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thanks
Thank
for letting me
you.
talk about it.
Yep.
I'll see you guys later.
Sounds good. See you, Doug.
Anytime.
Bye.
Opinions.
Alright.
If anyone else wants to have a hot second guess, I know Jarrell's sitting here over there. Right?
Second guess. It's like hot seat.
Ow!
Oh my god, speaking of hot seats, I got to use my seat warmers in my car for the first time this year, and it was
Very
glorious.
nice. You have seat warmers? That's great.
Yeah, I got a car at the end of last year, like December of last year, and it was so exciting to get to turn those on again. So I was like, oh my god, these work so good. It was awesome.
It's really annoying to me that the chain chomp goes away. You only get it until the next dungeon is done. Because this thing is awesome. Have you guys been watching this? It just like eats
pretty
bad
cool.
guys for you.
Yep, very helpful. Stumps that like, just kind of bounce active. They don't have a block.
Yeah, there's no chain on Rainbow Road. Whoever said that is correct.
Yeah.
But importantly, the chain chomp will eat the flowers so you can get into dungeon 2.
They're just called chomps if they're not chained out. Well, that makes sense. I'm glad a lot of people chimed into that question.
Let's wait for the
But I
music
guess-
for a minute before I pop this door.
Okay.
Our cave theme is going to come back shortly. Jarrell, I cannot pick up pots yet, so I did not pass a treasure chest that I could collect. There, I am healthy. Sound mind and body.
Shadowy Scout knows what's up.
Jarrell knows what's up
BRB.
too, though. I'm kidnapped, but I have to tweet like things are normal tweet is, I don't think I need to pick up everything.
She's like, see ya, suckers! So cute.
Come on. You can't do it. Okay.
Guys.
The sword stabby guys are more annoying in this game. They gave the shield a purpose, so you have to block those guys with the shield, otherwise you can't hit them.
Yeah. But there's an exertion noise.
There is. By the way, note that there's no more fanfare for keys after Dungeon 1. You just pick up keys. And that's my preference, honestly.
Yeah. It's so exciting, like, if it happens constantly. Or you want one that's, like, kind of not too invasive. Like, and that's like,
Yeah.
hierarchy tier.
Ouch. Shit.
Nice.
What the hell?
Dude,
Y button
Mario
on my
right now.
Switch. Okay.
Oh no. Baby.
I fixed it. The freeze did eat my iframe there. Close gameplay watchers, that is correct. Alright, boss is now done.
Emberling, what is the timbre? What is the synesthetic timbre association that you have?
No, with that, like, boss hitting sound.
I'm gonna say, how so?
Pew, 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 pew.
Being that, I'm gonna read the relevant passage from the college. It's really good. Yeah. The passage I was thinking of specifically is talking about the piano teacher. He tells me that every scale has a shape, and I have to learn how to hold one of them. C is an open book. D is a vase with two handles. G flat and black boot. E has I love that.
See, I've never been on board with that much,
What, Billy Collins? Poetry in general.
No,
You
the
like
description of
poetry?
keys.
Oh,
Wow, it's
I
not like
love
the
it.
theorist being
I
like,
love
this
it.
is what it is.
So, Shadowy Scout, you can have 2 items equipped, but you don't have to equip the shield, the Pegasus boots, the power bracelet, ever. Those are just things you gain. So now I can lift pots. I don't have to pause the game and equip the bracelet.
Oh, nice. Glad I never had to ever experience that annoyingness.
the thing I liked about that Collins description of the shapes of the keys is that the first time I read it, I went to my piano and played them, and I was like, ah, yeah, I kind of see it. Like,
Yeah.
it was cool just how, like, embedded in touch that was.
Yeah.
Clear that he actually knew how to play those scales.
Oh, really? That's wrong?
These really beautiful.
Can you,
how they feel.
Dana, can you link that or send me that or link the author? Because I think it's actually really relevant to the class I'm TAing right now, which is called Music in Mind. And
Thank you,
we're
Jarrell.
right now talking about analogies between, like, musical metaphors. So I think it'd be really interesting to bring up.
It's a good one. There's a blog post that has the whole thing in it.
Great. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, because there's like, you know, another section where the piano teacher says the scale is the mother of the chords, and then he talks about like she's pacing the bedroom floor waiting for her children to come home. Like it's so good. The way he personifies the music is really cool and fun. Like, I know that there are definitely folks that are a lot more poetic, shall we say, that kind of, it's like, I don't know, he's like Andrew Lloyd Webber, you know? The folks that are in it kind of roll their eyes, but he's popular for a reason. So clever.
Yeah.
Yes, Lenny, absolutely the case. The Game Boy Color version is more annoying.
I like poets use wordplay, you know? I like when they're clever, I like when they're not so serious, when they can have some fun. That's why I always liked his stuff. Like, one of my all-time favorite poems is a poem about how the neighbor's dog won't stop barking, and then he starts imagining the dog conducting the orchestra. It's like he's like listening to a Beethoven.
I've never heard of him.
This guy's an amalgamation of everything that kids are scared of. He's a clown, he's a genie, and he says ho 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 like Santa Claus.
Poet. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Billy was the book.
That's not traumatizing at all.
He published a couple of volumes that were meant to be read over like morning announcements at school, so there were a couple every day. And he did volumes of that during his tenure as well. And they're both really good. Poetry 180.
Very cool.
But the best thing about the poem where he's like, okay, the neighbor's dog won't stop barking, I'm trying to listen to Beethoven, and then he pictures the dog conducting the orchestra. The title of it is just another reason why I don't keep a gun in the house.
Oh man.
But like, the rest of it doesn't talk about the dog.
Ryan, is there a way we can hear this boss music on
The original?
I'll queue it up first on YouTube.
see if it still sounds like chipmunks right now?
Yes, hold on.
As Emma pointed out. You actually get progression, so there's that.
Yeah,
It's like some Kirby boss or something. Still very Nintendo, but different.
Let me see about that for 1 second. Let's switch over to the Game Boy because that doesn't have any sound by default. Alright. I'm not going to take the time to finish a whole dungeon on the Game Boy game. That's a waste of our time. But what I will do is queue up the music on YouTube.
Thank you. I'm really curious.
I like the Secret of Mana comparison. I played.
Oh, whoa.
Here you go.
Yeah, no.
I agree with the Secret of Mana comparison for this
Way more
specifically.
rock-like.
That right?
And like Pokemon Rock kind of weird.
Yeah. It totally sounds like a Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
Alright, that's what it is. If you guys do play Secret of Mana, skip the remake on Steam. It's hot trash.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
That's too bad.
A number of my friends
Why
specifically
hot trash?
complained about it. It looks like garbage. The music sucks. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It just looks like it was made quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Trials remake.
I'm getting Trials of Mana day one, for sure.
I'm for
I'll get any day one.
That looks weird. I don't like that horn.
You don't want a French horn made of seashell? Are you kidding me?
That's not
I
what it looks
don't
like.
like what it looks like. I like the sound.
That little fanfare was really interestingly similar to the same little horn fanfare that they use in the Harry Potter games.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you're right. A little bit like transparent. Sorted a little.
Now, I think that's probably fair, by the way, from Lenny, that the hard rock theme for the boss thing doesn't go well with, like, the cutesiness.
Yeah,
Yes.
like we were talking about the particular aesthetic.
Right?
Yeah.
It almost looks like a Lego. Like, it definitely looks like a toy. It looks like a tabletop thing. It looks like you can grab it, and it looks small. And I think absolutely agree with the rock. Maybe the rock vibe would be quite appropriate. Maybe Chipmunks is like a little bit closer to what. Like, I kind of feel like I'm missing something, but also I guess if they borrow that track, maybe it would feel weird. So I don't know.
Alright, let's go return Bow Wow so I can progress the plot more.
Lil Bow Wow.
Well, you do that. I am going to re-up beverage.
Sounds good. Now's a good time for that.
Is it beverage re-upping time?
I mean,
I've got some walking to do, so
Mine
I'm
is
gonna
very
do my
strong.
walking, but now's a good time for a break, yeah.
Oh, I could have taken my break like now, but whatever. I
Okay.
had to eat. That wasn't gonna. wait too
I
much,
may
guys.
if it's a good break time, I may splash a little supplementary.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm actually out of drink as well, so I'm gonna do my shop stuff and then grab something real fast. By the way, for people new to this game, I'm slowly collecting, and by slowly I mean I have one, secret seashells. Off stream, I'm gonna get a ton of these. We'll talk about them next time when I have enough for it to be relevant. I like this theme.
Oh, nice. Again, another example of the combination of keeping some 8-bit and
There's a
Not.
reason they keep this as 8-bit and mischievous. Hold on.
yeah.
Let me switch while they're away, because Dana knows this, I know. Let's switch over, and I'll show you. Alright, let's load my state so I appear closer to town. And we'll just, we'll dash into town.
that's a egg.
So this is what Lenny was talking about earlier. See how I have to pause to do every item?
Student brought me cupcakes, and they're like from a really good bakery around here. I guess she has like a cousin that works there, and she's like, they're always bringing us extra cupcakes. They brought me cupcakes.
That sounds good. I
John.
like cupcakes.
Alright, let's save here. Alright, so
Delivered to your house.
Spelled that wrong.
here, notice how on this file it's selling me a bow for $9.80, and I don't have $9.80. So check this
I
out.
love this track so much.
What are you doing? Did you just steal it? What did you just do?
He's stealing stuff.
Did you just steal that?
Not yet, hold on.
That's funny.
It is possible to steal it. Hold on. How do I suck at shoplifting.
Oh, you have to like be out of his eyesight
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something? Oh.
There.
Can you do that with
Look.
anything?
You got it
Oh
for
my God.
free.
Great.
Guess what?
Are you
Are you
proud of yourself?
I love that.
So now I didn't spend 980 rupees to get the bow early. I'm the best at this game. If you visit the
Also
shop,
not-
if you visit the shop again, check this out.
Oh my god. It's impossible.
The shopkeeper murders you.
Wow.
Well,
And wait.
Add him right river. Oh my god.
Okay, now I've saved. Let's reset now.
Oh my god. This is a lot.
Oh, it doesn't do it because I... So, if I am not on an emulator and I would have exited and restarted instead of force reset, it'll rename your file Thief in all capital letters.
Oh, funny.
So we're not going to steal,
That's really
actually.
That's really good.
Alright.
Now I get Thief. I get what you were talking about with Thief before. I had no idea. That's great.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, so even at the very end of the game, when you're talking with spoiler characters, it's like, welcome, Thief!
Oh, amazing.
Alright.
yeah, I didn't know that until way later because I would have never thought to steal from the shop because I would have guessed that was possible.
Right. I would have never, but you were also the person that saved Sid, so you are awful
Telling
good.
that story to someone recently. Someone was talking about like saying, "Oh, I think I want to get into Final Fantasies," and I didn't give away what the thing was. But I was saying how a lot of people are very connected to 6, and feelings about that
Alright,
plot.
hold on. Before we listen to this version, we actually have to jump back to the Game Boy.
A lot of frogs. Okay.
Yep. Dana, would you Google the name of the frog game, please, while I'm doing this?
The name of the frog game?
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember.
Type in Link's Awakening, Prince
Yeah.
Richard frog game, it'll come up.
Are you looking for like help?
Yeah, because I'm playing here. So here's Prince Richard's house. For the frog, the bell tolls. Thank you, Jarrell. This Link's Awakening here is the second game made in this engine on Game Boy. The first one is Prince Richard's game, this guy. Japan only release, and this is his main theme for his game.
Oh, wait. That's cool.
He gives you the quest to get to Dungeon 3, which we will get on the Switch. And if you wait 10 minutes, I think, inside his house, Totaka's theme will play for you as an Easter egg. We're not going to do that, sadly. Alright, back to the Switch.
Can you let it just like run in the background?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
So this is like a double remake of Richard's theme from For Whom the Frog.
Yeah. And it still sounds very kind of like, not music box like, but just like light and.
I like how adding that trumpet makes it sound regal to me.
Like a faux regal. Like you still know it's like. It's sort of almost like game within a game, even though it's really a reference. Huh. That's cool.
Oh my gosh, wait for Shadow Save Sid 2020. Yes! That's me. That's me.
I am your opponent in that.
You also, I don't know. With butt heads on.
Sid has to die. I'm sorry, that scene is so perfect. Sid must
Yeah,
die.
like you're on.
Sid must die. Let's. Never mind.
Yeah, Sid has to die.
Y'all are just a monster. Yeah, you can't like not give him just fish when he's basically granddad.
Yeah, we're gonna fight the worm monsters in a minute, and yes, they're freakier here. So the reason I did the trading game earlier is because I have to give the bananas to this monkey in order to progress.
That makes sense. Like Link to the Past. It's the same monkey, I think.
It's Kiki from Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except he has all friends.
It reminds me of when you have to throw the bananas for the monkey in Ratchet and Clank, which I love.
I love they say monkey business is all done now.
Done. Bye-bye.
Alright, you find a stick. Amazing.
Monkey
All right.
stick.
Hey, shout out to Jeremy Bond, fellow professor at Michigan State, also playing Link's Awakening right now.
Nice.
I got the notification on my stream.
Oh,
Game
very
away.
nice.
Yeah.
Like on Twitch?
No, like at home on his Switch. It just tells me when he's playing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
On Twitch, yeah.
like Steam.
Twitch, whatever.
Stream said that my fiance
Lenny, it was
playing.
like they were building a giant reed.
There's something else that I
Thanks for laughing.
it was XCOM too.
Alright, so, I don't know if you all saw Prince Richard's dialogue. He wants me to get 5 golden leaves for him.
Aw, Jason, where we cited his essay on the dungeon themes. He said he caught a little bit of the stream on the commute. Looked really fun. Thanks for the shout out.
Yeah, he's got by far what is like the definitive analysis of this game.
He's got some great analyses, not just of Link to the Past, whatever game this is, Link's Awakening, but other games. The Undertale, I think, is more famous analysis. Oh, dude.
Fun.
Alright, Leaf 2 is hidden by this bird. Yeah, leaves, okay.
Golden leaves. Now went into my bourbon. Too much floof.
Floof in the bourbon?
Yeah, maybe Prince Richard just wants to make one of those drinks where you have like a little bit of gold in it.
You told Drake last week, right? I hope he's still here. One of the
Leaf 3.
drinks, like gold leaf in it. It's
I got
like
it.
$24. I was
What?
like, what do you do?
What's his job these days? Damn.
His job is this was the dinner that we had after my defense when we went to a nice restaurant.
Oh, after your
And-
defense, he's allowed to have whatever drink he wants. That's legit.
Yeah. I had just wine. I was like, I can't even understand this menu. Just order me a bottle. Like, I can't read. I can't
I
talk.
think it's like an anticlimactic after my defense. So I'm glad you had a nice dinner with your family.
I'm glad that they were able to come. It was nice. Yes, Lenny. I actually wish I had the gold one.
I didn't have anyone at my defense other than my committee, so like the whole thing was like kind of weird.
Well, yours were not public, right? Like
They're not public.
closed.
They're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have the rule that you have to like advertise it and a couple weeks in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah, that's like art.
Yeah, I had to like make posters and crap for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have to make posters. I did have people at mine. But
But it sounded like yours was good, Dana. You had like a nice conversation about the future of
Was actually good.
and like
It's like I
potentials of what you were doing.
I feel like they grilled me too hard. I feel like there had been enough like back and forth minutes. I was sending chapters as I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that is so ceremonial, though. They're like, well, we have to grill her, so let's.
Yeah, I was kind of
Just,
glad.
we've already.
I had like 2 hard questions, but mine was mostly like a celebration of all that I had done, including getting the job.
But I also like left it. Some people are like, they pop the champagne and they're like, hey, it's like Dr. So-and-so. And I didn't have that one. Oh, I guess like, wait, and then I felt weird after that. I was like, is it real?
Yeah.
So like I had this like, oh cool, I guess that's done, but like everyone just like instead of being like, yay, you passed, it was kind of like you passed, now I gotta go pick my kids up from ballet, and like
Yeah.
it was so quick that I was like, oh, alright.
They're just like on with their lives, and you're just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then,
Like, okay,
my advisor and I
moment.
went out and got taco, but like it wasn't anything.
Oh, good.
I mean, it was nice.
I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah. And then I still had to keep home, so I back up and get home. I ate at my time.
Alright, let's go talk to Richard and get our leaf. And we'll finish up Dungeon 3 here.
Like, I definitely think it's an unusual like the guy's house, make you coffee, and then he previews some of the questions he's gonna ask. He like sat there over coffee, and he's like, just so you know, here's some of the things that I've prepared. And I was like, oh, alright.
Yeah, Shadowy
That's
Scout, I had to adjust to that as well. But playing the game with no screen transitions is weird. The dungeons especially.
Huh. Yeah, it just kind of scrolls with you, right?
Right, yeah.
That's interesting to think about how that's kind of weird. You would think it would be automatically better. I mean, I haven't played this. But I'm trying to think of it from that perspective.
I'll show you an example of how it's not automatically better after Dungeon 3, because we're probably going to stop after that anyway.
I would guess that part of it is that when you have the screen, you kind of have a sense of what you have to do in that space, and you can kind of understand it better.
Okay, so wait, actually here's a good example. I want you to look at where Link is at right now. Okay?
Alright.
You see it?
Yes.
Alright, let's
Yes.
pop over for a minute.
Pop.
Alright, we'll leave Richard's house.
You were just whining. I don't know what you want.
This is the same screen, right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine me just on the inside of the cave. I don't have the golden leaves on this file yet. We're now ahead of where I got to because of work issues. But imagine I'm just on the inside. It's very clear I belong on this screen.
Yeah.
What is to my left right now? The answer is nobody cares. It's a wall, right?
You're right.
Right? But, and in fact, look, it's a whole nother area that you can't get to yet for 2 or 3 more dungeons.
You're gonna jump down and then you're just gonna meow at me.
Right? But now let's switch back.
Yeah.
So like that.
Look, I can see the area from here, which makes it like feel like I should be able to access it more, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The screen like the whole time was so.
You're like, oh, I want to go over there. Like we were talking about this morning to your students about the affordances of how much space the screen holds.
Yeah, exactly.
If you, like, you know, in Mario, when you're starting on the left side of the screen, you have space to the right, you do your the right. Like,
Right.
That's the read left, right, whatever.
Oh, scheiße. Hold on.
I love this screen. Yeah. It's different every
No.
time.
No.
Come on! We got it. Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
I'm the best. I wanted it because that was my 4th one.
Okay, so the piece of heart had an extra, I feel like it had an extra note, and I might be imagining this, and it had some percussion, whereas just like getting a troopy or something else in a treasure box doesn't have this.
Getting the 4th piece of heart has an extra note.
This was there you go. Wow, slime key. Did I say slime key?
Yeah.
Remember the tail key? Like
Dungeon 3 is the slime dungeon. We're gonna go do it right now.
Oh. How everyone was like, it's for the slime dungeon, you dumb idiot.
Doctor does nachos.
Duh.
Okay, peace out, Richard, Frog Hero.
Weird.
Alright, let's see, but look, you can see more into that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's a really good example of why the screen thing can at times be weird. Like, in the Game Boy game, you can't see off this ledge. You're on this screen. It's weird to me to see this material all the way there all the time. Anyway, let's open this up. And this, it's not the slime dungeon. Dungeon 3 is Key Cavern.
I'm at that awkward stage where my hair is like a length that I hate, but I'm not stopping it because I want it
You want it to get longer.
Stuff for the wedding.
Right?
Making it longer because it's shortened from the curve.
Because then you can do cool stuff with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I hate it right now. I'm just like, I want to cut it.
I understand. The like weird stage where you're like, it's not where I wanted and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's annoying because you think that takes a lot of time.
Hold on, I gotta get rid of this one too. Monster, okay. Sorry, I just wanted the seashell here to save me time later. The water does look like Jello. Yeah, I agree with that.
It does have a gelatin kind of surface.
Okay, Jarrell, I'm going back up the stairs. I skipped the piece of power on purpose, dude. I didn't want to...
It's
problem. What's your problem? Oh, I did make a smiley face. Yes, excellent.
Oh,
okay.
that's cute.
Just making sure we.
That's awesome. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jarrell. I appreciate that.
I love don 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 when you come in this dungeon.
This is my favorite dungeon, incidentally.
Wow, that's a cool sound.
Right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, piano. Get it.
The arpeggio that dun 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 in the remake, it sounds to me like a Metroid game almost.
Mm.
And then we get the creepy, like, music that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
That
hop
part
over again.
sounds like Batman the Animated Series.
It is like Batman. Again, I can't get into Key Cavern right now, but I can pull up the YouTube video with the original
Oh, it
graphics
is the
there.
original cave theme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Up so much in this game.
Yep.
I'm like thinking about it.
Maximum camp. Trombones is camp.
So
I love
here's
it.
Key Cavern. Original.
Oh, nice.
It's intense.
Yeah.
And that contrast.
Yeah, that's so good.
So crunchy. Love it.
Should have kept that as like a big like berry sax. That would have been funny though.
Forget.
This is creepy though, isn't it?
Yeah, then it completely moves to that.
That's why I love this one so much. I think it's the creepiest.
There's not a lot of consistency in
That's
the
the
music.
loop.
Yeah.
All right, back to the
But
Switch
you like
version.
kind of don't know that it's the loop automatically, which is cool.
I love Link Between Worlds.
I like Between Worlds. Okay,
Have
sorry.
you played that one? I mean, anybody who's played
No.
Link to the Past really should play Link Between
I
Worlds.
bought the
at some point.
3DS
Yes, I
XL.
should.
I bought the golden one that comes with Link Between Worlds for that game. It's so
I
good.
love that game.
For 2 seconds.
Top 5 Zelda game.
Huh.
And Link Between Worlds, yes, does do a lot of Link's Awakening stuff. Like it's the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy game mixed together is Link Between
Yeah.
Worlds.
Honey, didn't we play Link Between Worlds for like 20 minutes? What's the one that's like you can do 2-player? What is that? Is that not
No, that's not this.
Link? What's
That's
what
Four
is that
Swords
one?
Adventures.
Four swords. I was like, this four something.
I was gonna say, Link Between Worlds
Link
is the
Between
game you can
Worlds.
go see, and it's awesome.
Yes. We played that one. That's the one. I
I
was assuming
love
Link Between
Between
Worlds
Worlds.
literally means like 2 different like game books. Like an idiot.
Like, in no particular order, my top 5 Zelda games are probably like Breath of the Wild, Link Between Worlds, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, and then like Zelda the original, probably.
Oh, the
original. It's Ocarina.
It's like none of a lot of people be like, oh my god, Ocarina's not on there.
Ocarina of Time is so good, though.
See, I actually prefer Wind Waker to Ocarina.
Yeah, but usually one of those is on people's lists, and they're not on mine. I just wasn't as into those.
Ocarina of Time really does stand the test of time. I replayed it in recent years, and it's like the dungeon design is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I like that game.
You like forget how good it is. I don't know. I mean,
Hold up is Majora's Mask.
We all know how I feel about Zelda 2. We don't need to go there.
I love Zelda 2. I think Zelda 2 is one of my favorite soundtracks, but I don't like it as much. Obviously, as a game, it's just like crazy.
Soundtrack's fine. As a game, I want to shoot it.
Yeah.
I want to smash it with a hammer.
You get sent back to the very beginning. You're just like, man, come on.
I'm glad we did it on stream because that way I feel like I never ever need to revisit it. I'm good.
Wand of Gamelon, yes! Yes, I'm here with that. The game is so ridiculous.
No, it's not. Darrell, you're lying.
You're lying, and no, it's not.
Oh, I'm out of bombs. God, it sucks. Hold on. I need another bomb to do that area.
So yeah, Joe played Majora's Mask because he'd never done it, and I missed that game entirely, and I just like watching it, I was like, this is so doesn't feel right. Something about the game is just like weird.
I think as a concept, Majora's Mask is the smartest game of the whole bunch. As playing it is not as mystical intentionally, and I think that throws a lot of people off.
We did.
Oh, dang it. Okay, fine, I'm getting both of them.
I mean, not do it again ever, but didn't you do Cadence of Hyrule? Or didn't we do Cadence of Hyrule? We did. It was
We
really
did? And I missed
No, we have not done Cadence yet. Not on stream. I've shown y'all, but we didn't do it on stream.
Playing it together. Okay, then, yeah, we
Me
will
and
do
Dana
that.
were drunk at her house playing Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I missed out. I mean, I did miss out, but I didn't miss out on.
Yeah. I
We
need a
definitely-
bomb.
we
Where do I
planned
get a
it out
bomb?
We have interesting things coming up here because of all these remakes, but we do. Okay. Right.
Our next 1 week one-off is definitely Goose Game.
Yes. Game's coming up, y'all. Get excited.
There's a bomb. Okay.
It's gonna be mayhem. Wonderful, blissful mayhem.
Yeah.
I am pumped
looking
for
forward.
Goose Game.
My favorite meme that I'm using as often as possible, it has the goose with the bat, and it says, you mess with the honk, you get the honk.
I love that. I'm so glad you sent that to me. I love it. I saved it.
I had somebody else send it to me like, in a text, and I was like, saving to the phone
And
immediately.
the pin that you wanted to buy from Etsy, what did that say again?
Let me find it.
It was. I also like put that on my shopping list. 'Cause I'm like, I want that.
I mean, it's only $12, so it's not like
Yeah.
it's that out there.
Yeah.
Goose Game, and I know it'll pop up if I just search it. Yes. For all that love Untitled Goose Game as much as we do, this pin on Etsy. I think I will cause problems on purpose.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's really stunning.
It's also just like a really beautiful design.
I know. I want to wear it to AMS and FMP.
Thanks.
I got a great pin for next
Next for AMS, what's your pin? Okay, I don't have enough bombs to do this right now. Can't do that yet. Need bombs. Hold on, let's circle around. I know there's a bomb in this pot. That's an annoying way to get a bomb though. But a bomb shows up in that pot now and then, so I'm gonna go up and down until I get it.
Here. Go. Well, we gotta check out my awesome Mega Man.
Mega Man is very cool.
And I have a side quest pin. But the pin that I'm excited to like take to the game conferences is I have one that's just Monica. Look at that!
What? Is that Doki Doki Literature Club as a reference?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, where do I get more bombs? Without going back to town. I'm not doing that. Like, have I been enough screens away now that the bomb will spawn in the pot?
Pure academic. I do know things.
That should have been enough screens to reset it all. No.
That's vaccinated things are pleasant.
Oh man, they're so good. They're legging.
And when we
them all the time.
uh,
Yes. The first time that we played it and she was away, Karen was
Oh, I
like
know.
not with her leggings, and I was like, this doesn't count.
I know.
Like, this is not real, so.
It's not real unless you're wearing pants, but
Unless you're
apparently
wearing-
we're all pantsless, so,
We-
you know.
True. Good circle back. We are pantsless.
Yeah.
That was created from when Karen didn't have her vaccinated leggings.
It's true.
I've had
My
too much.
leggings.
Lord.
Try it again, Julianne. It's cool.
Nope. Zero. Not gonna
No,
happen.
I have been reunited, as we know, with my pants.
Yay!
My pants and I are together again, and I fully feel that now that I've been reunited with my pants, I need to play Vaccinated myself.
Yes.
Which I've been wanting to do since we did it on the stream, and I'm like, I need a fix.
See, I feel that way about... The way you feel about Zelda 2 is how I feel about Faxinadu. I feel like you have to pick one of those. Because they control just differently enough that the one you don't play will piss you off.
No, that's not how this works. Vaccinated is great, Zelda 2 is terrible, and that's just the end of it. And I have the pants to prove it.
I mean, that's legitimate. Yay, bomb.
And I feel like the gameplay in those two is not nearly similar enough to be compared, honestly.
I think that's fair.
soft spot for Zelda 2, even though I think it's impossible.
I mean, like, I do like the music, and there are some parts of it that I get nostalgic for it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't... If I ever thought I could improve at it, I would want to play it. But, it's just the most frustrating game.
Okay, I'm gonna buy the goose pen, because I have to.
Yay.
Yeah!
Yay, do
Every
it.
that I can wear it.
Wait, Dana. I just thought of something.
What?
So, didn't Musicology Duck say we are getting new Musicology Duck pins?
I hope so.
And buying
Where-
the goose and the
There's
duck
a
pin.
there's a new Musicology Duck pin at AMS, which means if you have your old Musicology Duck pin and the new Musicology Duck pin, and then you said you're getting a goose pin,
I actually don't have any of them, but
So
that was-
foul.
but
I
you
don't
could
have any either.
but you could be Duck Duck Goose.
I would love.
How do you guys not have them? Check this out. I have it right on my desk
I
right now.
know. 'Cause I always miss the same point.
I have the old Musicology Duck, and I will be getting the new Musicology Duck. And if you have your goose pin, then it's legit Duck Duck Goose, and I love it.
We'll have to stand next to each other, and then we'll be
Yes.
perfect.
I like the idea of Duck Duck Goose. Oh
I
no,
love
I got
that.
bounced into
Too.
the...
I think I'll tell you how many other people have the thing in their cart. That goose pin, over 20 people have it in their cart.
Thanks.
You're like
So
me
weird.
for Christmas or something.
Free shipping. Alright, I'll take that.
I thought there were bombs if I went this way. Okay. Now I have all the bombs I need. Let's get the heck out of here. Get this. Now we have money. Man, life is so good now. Okay. Let's go kill this boss. Eat. Eat.
I just actually an Untitled Goose Game myself.
Do it.
I'll let that one go. I can't take another hit, so I gotta be like extra cautious.
Great.
Yeah, okay. Alright, now we get the item, which is the Pegasus boots. Yes, yeah, the boss did shake its head at me. It was like, no, I'm not hungry for bombs yet. Oh, sad. I love how he charges up to run in this game. It's adorable.
Cute.
Yeah.
Alright, good enough.
Also, Digito is probably my favorite Zelda enemy name.
What is your favorite Zelda?
Hmm?
What's your favorite Zelda thing?
Zelda enemy name is Dodongo.
Dodongo's
Yes,
a great name, yes, I agree with
It's
that.
very satisfying.
And there's still competition. There's a lot of really like funny names for creatures in Zelda.
Alright, you need 4 keys to get out of here. And the 4th one, hold on, is back at the beginning. Yay.
Less blatant than Woolly World, kinda. This is more plasticky.
We're gonna go up for just a second.
Okay, for fair comparison, essentially. I like the comparison to like a kid's playset, now that it's like some kind of plastic way.
Yeah, that's my point of comparison as well.
I think that really shows that it's the love letter to everybody's nostalgia of the game. You know, a lot of folks played this pretty young. I kind of wonder.
Alright, the bow is 980, remember, and I can't become a thief on this file. So that 300 is a huge help.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go finish this dungeon and then we'll call it for the night.
Sounds good.
By far.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I like that you piss off the thwomp.
It's more like you shot him. Look at that face. He's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa."
You goosed him.
And there's a piranha plant because we have Mario under here.
Right.
Yeah, of course. It's so weird.
Lower level. I also love that, you know, that purple switch in the dungeon is straight from, and I always appreciated that. Because I did the but it was fresh, right? I was like, what's going on? They're kind of like playing with that visual of the original. That didn't actually change, you know, physics, but looked that way.
Okay, getting the piece of power right before the boss is actually awesome, not gonna lie.
This piece of power is so Mario. Like, it almost takes me out of Zelda.
Yeah, like a star.
So, yeah, exactly. Like the invincibility star, where it's just literally chromatically going up and down.
Yeah. Slime Eye.
Slime Eye! I'm guessing. Oh my gosh, Tosis, what's happening?
This one is quite as gross as one of them. So.
It's a very unattractive boss. I'm just
Yeah.
that right there.
I don't like doing it to eye. I have a lot of that in my life. Come on, man. Oh, right, the spelling, Emberling.
There was a snare in there. There you go.
Alright, more hearts. And now our instrument for Dungeon 3.
Bell!
Yeah.
The bell.
Notice me.
Ding dong.
We keep collecting instruments.
Yeah, I was like, we got a cello, a horn, and a bell.
Wow, yeah.
So we
I
have-
realized how cool this game was.
So I have a question. Dana knows this. We have the game's most important melody coming up in like literally 3 minutes of gameplay. Do we start with it next time, or do we do it now? I think we start with it next time.
Start
Yeah,
with
that
it.
sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 1 minute.
Be fresh, we'll have things to say about it.
I have so much to say about that piece of music. Just like personally, it's so important for me.
Yeah, then we don't want to push through it at the end.
I have very little to say about annoying fat owl music here.
Aww. It is kind of goofy.
It is.
Fish.
All right.
I have the love for it. Back to the start again. I'm like, yeah! That's pretty.
The map, by the way, check it out. At first glance, it looks like the Game Boy game. It's not quite, but it's pretty close.
Right. Yeah. Nice.
I wish it were exactly. That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool, yeah. Even though I didn't even play the Game Boy, I just love that kind of like link to the past, as it were.
Yeah.
I hate myself for saying
The
that.
castle in the center of the map like that kind of reminds me of the past.
Yeah,
It's up that world map.
We're saving, by the way,
Right.
to both save slots in the hopes that my children do not erase this tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Yes, please. That would be
Parody.
traumatic.
Yeah.
So, we'll be back, and I will have this version of our game all caught up and maxed out before next week. So we can continue to cross-compare as we go.
Awesome.
Alright.
This is really good.
Yep. For now, thanks for joining us, team. This has been fun. I really like Link's Awakening, so I'm looking forward to next week as well. Where I think we will start moving a little faster, actually, because there's no break between Dungeons 4 and 5, and after 6, it's a race to the finish. So I think we'll just come close to finishing it next time.
Oh, awesome.
Alright. Good night, everybody.
Thanks. Worth
Good night, folks.
Yay, good night.